Azumarill has always had a lot of potential, but players have not been able to crack the code on how to make this a consistent and competitive deck against some of the best decks in the game. But recently, in an online tournament, M. Brooks placed first in this tournament that had over 150 players in it. Shoutouts to M. Brooks for the win with their Azumarill deck. So today we are going to be giving their deck a shot. I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about Azumarill. This is a Psychic type Pokemon with 120 HP, not a lot. And it's even lower when you consider its double-edge attack, where for 4 Psychic Energy, it does 230 damage, which is a lot, but you're doing 50 damage to yourself, leaving you with just 70 HP. It's not an ideal situation, but 230 HP from a single prize attacker is amazing, especially against big basic decks where you're potentially able to one-hit KO the likes of a Terapagos or an Iron Hands. That's pretty amazing. And even if you're against the beefier stage 2 decks, swinging for 230 consistently on a single prize attacker does give you like amazing opportunities to steal games from those decks as well. Like one good gust on a Squawkabilly or a Fezandipiti, and all of a sudden you are ahead of the race. And yeah, the tricky thing of this deck is trying to get a steady stream of the Azumarills in play, and you also need a Terra type Pokemon in play, but that is where Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon enters the fray. Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon is a great Terra EX that's seeing a ton of play these days, mostly for its Cornerstone stance ability, where you prevent all damage from attacks done to this Pokemon by your opponent's Pokemon that have an ability. And that's awesome. You will attack from time to time with this as well. Demolish for a fighting and 2 colorless does 140 damage, and you get to shred through effects of your opponent's active Pokemon as well. So a Mimikyu you can hit through. You can also hit through another Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon if it really comes down to it. But it's primarily here as a bench sitter so that Azumarill can pop off. For Azumarills, we got a thick 4/4 line of Azumarill and Marill. Make sure we have as many of these in place so that we can keep our offense rolling. 1 copy of Fezandipiti EX, which allows us to draw 3 cards if one of our Pokemon was knocked out on a previous turn. And then we have a 2/1/2 line of Pidgeot EX. If you can get this set up, you have the opportunity to use Quick Search, which allows you to draw a card from your deck once during your turn for as long as you've got the Pidgeot in there. So really awesome card to have, though keep in mind this build, yeah, it's got 1 rare candy. So if you prize the rare candy, which has happened to me, there will be times you're gonna have to build that up the old-fashioned way, and that can be tough. Though besides that, we also have a 2/2 line of the Hoothoot and the Noctowl. Noctowl with that Jewel Seeker ability lets us grab 2 trainer cards of our choice, put them into our hand as long as we've got a Terra in play, so make sure you've got the Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon out before you grab the Noctowl. Fan Rotom, 1 copy of that here to get our Hoothoots, Noctowls, and Pidgeys in play as well, so that we can set up our board. And then Lillie's Clefairy sets double purposes here, where Full Moon Rondo as an attack for a Psychic and a colorless does 20 damage, and this attack does 20 more damage for each bench Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's. There might be times where there's enough Pokemon in play that Lillie's Clefairy will hit higher than a Azumarill, though this is only really going to happen when Area 0 Underdepths is in play, but that is a very popular stadium, no less. But the big thing here is that just by Clefairy being in the active, it has the Fairy Zone ability, where the weakness of each of your opponent's Dragon Pokemon is now Psychic, at which point Azumarill can now one-shot a Dragapult EX as well as a Raging Bolt EX. For trainer cards, we've got 1 copy of Unfair Stamp. If one of our Pokemon was knocked out on the previous turn, we play Unfair Stamp. Both players shuffle their hands into their deck. We draw 5, they draw 2. Can be a great way of disrupting our opponent and potentially making a comeback. 2 copies of Jacq, which let us grab 2 evolution Pokemon and put them into our hand, grabbing those Noctowls, Pidgeottos, Pidgeots, and of course the Azumarills as well. 1 copy of Night Stretcher to recover a basic energy or a Pokemon from our discard pile. 4 copies of Nest Ball to get our basics down. 3 copies of Boss to gust an opposing bench Pokemon into the active. 2 copies of Black Belt's Trading, where we can do 40 additional damage to our opponent's Pokemon EX, at which point the Azumarill is now swinging for 270 damage, and that's going to be enough to one-hit KO a lot of Stage 1 EXs. 2 copies of Iono for hand disruption, where both players shuffle their hands, put it to the bottom of their deck, and then draw equal to the number of prize cards remaining. Definitely want to play this when you're behind on prizes so that you end up with more cards than your opponent. 1 copy of Super Rod lets us get 3 in any combination of Pokemon and basic energy from our discard pile back into our deck. And in particular, you really want to recycle the Marills and Azumarills, so you've got a steady stream of them to carry you through the whole game. 2 copies of Area 0 Underdepths allow you to expand your bench up to 8 if you've got a Terra Pokemon in play, and we have to have that Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon in play so that we can attack to begin with. So expanding our bench to 8 gives us more room for more Hoothoot and Noctowls. 1 copy of Crispin allows us to search our deck for 2 basic energy of different types, put 1 into our hand, and attach the other one to a Pokemon in play. This can help us build our Cornerstone Mask a little faster if we absolutely have to. Could also help us build our Clefairy EX in 1 turn if we have to. 4 copies of Buddy-Buddy Poffin to get our basic Pokemon down. We can put 2 up to 70 HP straight into play with Buddy-Buddy Poffin. 4 copies of Ultra Ball, discard 2 cards, grab any Pokemon from the deck. 2 copies of Switch, which let us switch our active Pokemon with one of our bench Pokemon. There might be times where after a KO, you don't have the attacker that you want, and then afterwards you do. So Switch can help us pivot out of those awkward situations. 1 copy of Rare Candy to evolve the Pidgey into Pidgeot without having the middle evolution. And then we've got 2 copies of Earthen Vessel, where you can discard a card and grab 2 basic energy from your deck and put them into your hand. Last but not least, we've got 5 copies of Psychic Energy and 1 copy of Fighting Energy. I find that this deck generally likes to go second, just giving you more opportunities to set up your board state, where you're going to want 1 to 2 Hoothoots. You probably are going to play the Fan Rotom to get your Hootoots and Noctowls in your hand. You'll probably want to get down 2 Marill and 1 Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon. If you've got room, definitely try and squeeze in a Pidgey as well. And then from there, you're going in with the appropriate attacker. Oftentimes, it's a Azumarill swinging for 230 damage, though you might also want to attack with Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon if you know your opponent doesn't have an answer for it. I will say, having played the deck, I've definitely seen its strengths, and I've also seen its weaknesses, which you will see in the matches today. I'm not sure that this deck will ever truly be a meta threat, but as a rogue tier option that can catch other decks by surprise and potentially spike a tournament here and there, I think that if you're running hot, this is a deck that possibly, and well, it's actually proven to do that, as M. Brooks has done, and it could potentially happen again. All right, let's get to these matches. Squawk. All right, and they're going first, assuming hopefully not a donk deck. I think it's a donk deck. Oh, they've got Arven, so that's not traditional donk deck tech. Let's see what we are up against here. How's your day going? I hope it's going well. It's, I guess I don't want to give away the time that I'm recording here, so you can reverse engineer how old this video is before it goes live, but slacking. Okay. Slacking does hit for a lot of damage, but it requires an EX. Well, we have to have it. Unfortunately, our deck is built to get wrecked by this thing because we have to have an EX in play. Okay, so let's go and get down a... I think we can go Pidgey Hoothoot, right? No, Pidgey... We don't have a Fan Rotom? We prized all the Fan Rotoms? Are you kidding? Awesome. Okay. And we don't have... We don't have a Terra EX in play. Also, our opponent didn't use their Squawk. What? Why did you not? Oh, no. And we can't Grand Tree because we don't have... Oh, they can't hit us. We don't have an EX in play. So, like, as long as we don't have an EX in play, they can't hit us. Right? Yeah, has no EX in play. This Pokemon can't attack. So we just kind of wait. We just chill. All right, let's go. I'm pretty sure Grand Tree will not work for us because we're holding... Oh. Okay, we'll go and get the Azumarill. Like, yeah, we might as well. And we can put that in the active. Sure. That's not necessarily the way the card wants it to work. But... Okay. We could pop off right now. We could pop off right now. I don't think I want to. I think we want to give ourselves a little more time here, right? We could get... I'm not going to drop the Cornerstone mask until we are absolutely ready. Right now, they are not built to even hit us at this point. Yeah, what is this ranked match tomfoolery right now? But yeah, I'll gladly get my Azumarill set up. That's cool. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Okay. We can gust up the Fez. What happens after that though? Okay, we have Jacq. Yeah. Okie dokie. Alright, that's the thing that's gonna hit. Okay, but it's still a single prizer. Like, also, Cornerstone Mask doesn't get hit by this thing. So let's go and I want to take out the Fez. Let's go and grab Cornerstone. All right. And we can go get our Grand Tree and let's go get a Azumarill set up here. We're not going to use it for the Noctowls because if we use the Noctowls, we don't get the ability. And we can go gust up the... Yeah, we gust up the Fez, and then they have no draw power, right? And we take 2 prizes, swinging for 230. They will be able to attack, but, like, it's not anything. And, like, they are swinging for... Apologies for the ping. Right? They can't even swing into the Cornerstone Mask. We could just wall off that way. But the problem is this thing can hit through the Cornerstone Mask. Actually, no, it can't. This has an ability. So Cornerstone Mask just walls them off entirely. I didn't even think of that. Let's hold on one sec. Okay, they're gonna come in hot. Great swing. They swing for 280. I think we take advantage of having the second Azumarill while we still can and hit the Squawk, right? Take 4 prizes and then we just wall off with the... Can I take 4 prizes right now? Actually, oh, we can't. If we get the Pidgeot, right? Yeah, Grand Tree's not going to do anything right now. Jacq can get us... Here, let's go and get a Marill down. And we swing for... I think we just swing and we can grab the Pidgeot after. Yeah, let's go grab the Pidgeot here. And we'll go grab a Noctowl as well. And we'll hold on to the Noctowl for later. But for the time being, we'll set up the Pidgeot. And we could even just wall, right? Have I played a supporter? Yeah, we can start to build up the Cornerstone Mask. Because they won't be able to hit it. And I think we just take as many prizes as we can with the... with the Azumarils here, like, we will take out the Slacking. I'm curious to see how this plays out. I want to, yeah, like, boss KO this. And, yeah, maybe, yeah, KO this, boss KO this. And we don't even have to worry about trying to wall off. Yeah, I think they're going to try and pivot out the Slacking. So, if we can get... Yeah, neither of their Pokemon have a good attack on the Cornerstone. So let's see where this goes. Yeah, just 3. That's fine. And if they're going to... They'll probably bring in the Okidogi, is my guess. Yeah. Okay, Nest Ball. What will they bring in at this point? Yeah, if they're just taking out the Azumarill, that's fine. And, like, we can still one-shot all this stuff. Yeah, the good punch for 170, not that big of a deal. Yeah, we'll put the Marill in the active. And if we go and cherry pick the Pidgeot, or the Azumarill, yeah, we can just cherry pick the Azumarill, so we're not even dealing with... Yeah, we'll attach the energy, and I should have looked to see if we can Gust. Let's go and Noctowl. And we'll just Gust up the Fezandipiti, right? And we'll go grab Boss. Do we have Pal Pad? Ooh, we don't have Gusting after that. So, what do we do then? We don't have Pal Pad. We don't have another option to get some stuff going here. Maybe we just Buddy Poffin? And set up another Marill. Okay. And we Gust up the Fez so that we get them down to 2 prizes. Swing for 230. And even with the Monkey Dory moving damage, they are still going to be off. And there's the energy for the Cornerstone Mask. So a couple ways we can play it. If they're just going to swing for 1... Yeah, unfortunately, no boss stinks right now. I think we just build up the Cornerstone. Because the Cornerstone will take out... Well, it's going to take a couple of swings. And do we still have the Black Belt? Yeah, they're just going to try and move all the damage. But, like, it's not going to be enough. Okay, Crispin gets us 2. Although, yeah, we can't Crispin right now. Is there Rod? Because Rod will get us through this. Yeah, we've got 2 Azumarill and then 2 energy. Yeah. Like, we could just play it that way, too. Okay, Carmine. Yeah, weird. I've never played against a Slacking deck before. I think we have to take out the Okidogi, though. How do we do that? Okay. We'll go and cherry pick with the Pidgeot first, and we'll see what we... Actually, we'll put the Pidgeot in the active, and then we'll see what we can do. Okay, Latias free retreat on basic Pokemon. They could be using... they're going to use Monkey Dory to attack here. Okay. That's fine because it's confusion. So, like, it's not that big of a deal. Right? They're going to knock out. The confusion's not going to matter here. Okay, we'll go put the Pidgeot up. And that actually might make the case for setting up Pidgeot later, where we can go... Let's go quick search. Let's see if we have Rod or some sort of recovery card here. Yeah, we'll go Rod here, and we'll recover all our pieces. Actually, we just need like 2 Marills, right? Or like a Marill, an Azumarill, and some Psychic Energy. And we'll go Buddy Poffin, get a second Marill down. And we can go attach to the Marill. And now, I think we get rid of the Clefairy. And I think we get rid of the Switch, too. We'll go grab an Azumarill. We've got 2 of those. Now, where we're going to run into trouble is we are going to Iono ourselves down to 2 cards. Okay, Earthen Vessel's good. Earthen Vessel's good. We swing for 230. Take out the Monkey Dory. And they are in trouble. Now, they could boss KO. If they boss KO the Pidgeot... Well, if they boss KO the Pidgeot, like, then we KO them with the Azumarill, and that's no problem. Right? They're not taking 3 prizes at this point. What a disaster of a match. Okay, let's see how our opponent plays it. This is a really long one, though. And we have boss now, too, so... That's an easy... actually, do we have... Yeah, we cherry pick the... We have the Psychic Energy off the Earthen Vessel. We cherry pick with the... If we don't have the Pidgeot, then we're in trouble. Actually, yeah, we can go... Yeah, we can just Grand Tree, right? We can Grand Tree with the Marill. Okay, let's do that. And yeah, we'll just... I didn't know that that was a thing. I thought you had to go all the way up. So going into the Azumarill here seems kind of odd. Good thing we super rodded that back in because we needed that card. And we can go Earthen Vessel away this Nest Ball. And grab a Psychic. We'll grab a couple. We'll grab the Psychic and the Fighting, sure. And I want to hit the Slacking really bad. Let's go gust the Slacking up. I know it doesn't matter, but I wanted to hit that really hard and finish the game. GG's, the Azumarill putting in work. Yeah, there's our Fan Rotom, of course. There it is. And they had a single prize attacker as well in the Ogie Dogie. And maybe the proper way to do that was to just get the Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon in play. And at which point they kind of don't have a good answer. Ogie Dogie and Slacking both don't hit the Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon. But it would have definitely been slower and they would have had time to Monkey Dory some damage. And maybe at that point it could have been a problem. But also, this is an Azumarill deck. We got to see Azumarill put in serious work with some big KOs there, and we still were able to win that comfortably. GG's. There's an argument to be made. Oh, man. Oh, man. And they're going to be doing, like... Oh, okay, the 20 damage doesn't mean anything, but, like... Us getting item locked right now feels very bad. I think we have to prioritize hitting the Badoo. Badoo is very annoying. It's not as popular. Like, I feel like I don't run into Badoo as much as I thought I would. Mr. Q, thank you so much for the follow. Let's go and turn channel points back on so you guys can have access to that stuff. Zard. Okay. Oh, yeah. If we're playing against this... if they get double Dusk Noir, then we're cooked. Let's go and Crispin here, get the fighting and the psychic. If they don't have that, I think we just wait. They need a double Dusknoir in order to take us out. Do they have the tech for this? Let's see. They might have the... Okay. Here comes Zard. If they have... They might have the tech for this. Yeah, they are going for it. The Dunsparce EX will hit the Ogerpon. Now it's got a two-shot. That's actually a really unfortunate Iono there because we needed that energy really bad. That sucks, actually. Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, double Poffin is good. Double Poffin is good. There's nothing we can really trap in the active right now. I guess Zard. Yeah, if they want to... Oh, we can't play anything right now. Okay, let's go and get down... I guess we get down the Marill? Yeah? No. Let's get down a Hoothoot and... What do we set up? We can't... Marill gives us some options. Azumarill we could potentially attack with. And we could say, bet, are you willing to burn both the energies off the Zard in order to do nothing? Maybe. JF Raptor with the sub 53-month streak. Thank you. Much appreciated. They're going to start blowing up. Drawn some cards. Here comes a Charmeleon. Unfortunately, yes, our opponent is very much prepared for this matchup, which is good for them. I haven't decided. I have to make a Charizard video still. I haven't decided which one. Feels like Charizard needs to have an answer for the walling Pokemon, whether it is a Dunsparce or something else. But they have to have something, otherwise they will just lose. Whether you just go double Dusknoir or you set up a Dunsparce EX, whatever the case might be. Okay, let's go and get down. What do we get down? Like a Hoothoot? Yeah, we can get down a Hoothoot. And we can start swinging. Yeah, let's go swing. And actually, we can play Buddy Poffin now. So let's go and grab another Hoothoot. And actually, no, we'll get the Marill. And maybe we get the Pidgey, yeah. And we could even set up a second Hoothoot. Do we want to overcommit? Yeah, screw it. We're overcommitting. All right. And we have the Black Belts training, so we're going to do an additional 40. Does that change our math? 180? No. Not yet. Not yet. 180. Yeah, we're still gonna 3-shot this thing. So still not ideal. We can attack the combination of Dusclops plus the Dunsparce might actually knock us out. 150 plus 200. Yeah, they will knock us out. Unfortunately, the Badoo doing just enough damage here. And that feels bad. That feels bad. Oh, they've only got the one? Oh, no. Does the deck only have 5 energy? Or are they prized? What did they do? They have to have the one in hand, right? Have to. Have to. Have to. What's going on right now? What's going... Now they throw the energy back in? Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, they didn't have it. Okay, they had to do all that, and they still might not get it here. What? What's going on? What are we doing? How many times? Because we can just, like, get Cornerstone Mask back up. I mean, they could technically... How does the... Oh, the Tenacious Tail. Yeah, they will just hit because we don't have the EXs in play. Got it. Okay. So, 140 plus... Oh, we will knock this out. Okay, let's get the Pidgey out. Right? We'll get 2 Psychic Energy. And 230 plus 40 is enough, right? We'll go and get rid of the Psychic Energy. We'll bring the Azumarill up. And thankfully, we saved the Black Belt's training for this moment because we take the big KO. 2 prizes down. And hopefully we can make some stuff happen here. Now we're up 3. If we can get... do I think this deck is good? I won a tournament. That's why we're playing it right now. If we can gust up this Zard right now, they're going to be in trouble and hit with the Azumarill. But we will need something else. Yeah, they can't hit Ogerpon. They could blow up, though. So that would be a problem. What can we do? Okay. I don't want to... Oh, yeah, we can get another Marill down. We can get another Marill down. That's fine. 140 plus... Yeah. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. We Artisan for another Marill. Right? And we get a Azumarill up. And we go and attach... And we have Boss, so we're going to gust up this other Zard. And we should KO this. And we have gotten a huge lead. Okay. Iono's no good for us, though, right? We're not going to Iono ourselves down to 1 card. That's a problem. Now, they could get, like, a Dusknoir play here. That could be a problem. Not getting the Noctowls feels really bad. If we could gust anything, or if we can gust around, just knock out a Badoo, that would be nice as well. Let's see how they play it, though. They can still win. They very well could still win. I think they are setting up to get the Dunsparce back into action here. And, yeah, there's a Dunsparce EX. So they'll swing on us here. I think the immediate play is put Cornerstone in play just to wall for a little longer. And we don't need much. We really don't need much to make this work. And we have a massive lead. They need to take like 4 KOs here. So there is all sorts of time to make something happen. Okay, let's go. Can we please draw into... Okay, Super Rod is something. Super Rod is something. That's going to get... We get another Marill. That's good. Let's go and see what we have. We might even brick on the Artisan here. Just to see. Fan Rotom is not it. We do have another Cornerstone Mask. We do have a Fez. Clefairy could be kind of cool. A Pidgeotto. Jacq. There is a Boss. Black Belt's training. Like, there's good cards in here. We just have to get, like, something. Do we have 1 Noctowl, though? Oof. How many outs to Noctowl besides Jacq? 4 Ultra Ball, like everything's in there. I think we just brick on this. We have the Marills in play. Let's go and put the Marill down. And let's go Night Stretcher, and we'll grab some energy here. And we can Iono for, or we'll Super Rod back in the, some energy, the Azumarill. And do we get double Azumarill here? I don't want to go down to 1 though, but we also put them in a bad spot. I think we have to hold the Iono for now. Yeah, let's swing. They've also bench locked right now. They've committed to having to boss KO all these little Pokemon, and they're going to have to. They could blow up, right? They could still Dusknoir. Let's see how they play it. We can still very much lose. Enriching energy. Oh my goodness. Okay. And are they willing to get rid of the 2 energy off that Zard? Man, we just have no card draw. We got none of our engines set up. We have been top deck mode this entire game. Oh yeah, they can't Dusknoir. They can't do it because we win. You're right. Ample sample texts. Does Cornerstone hit for weakness? No, it does not. Do we Iono now? Right, they're down to the last 4 cards. I think we Iono now. I know we give ourselves 1 card. They get, they get 4. I don't want them to have 14. We may cost ourselves the game here. I don't want them having... Okay, Black Belt's training could be good for later. They still can't hit. What does this do? 60 damage. Yeah, 150. They will hit, right? 150 will take us out. At which point, like, I don't know what we do. And we only have 1 card. So we may have cooked ourselves here on this one. We may have overcooked. How do we get out of this? Now that we've given ourselves... Are we going to lose this? No. Piper, no. Area 0? No, that gives them, like, more bench space. I think we've lost. I think we've lost. Damn it. Cornerstone Mask did not save us, as it turns out. And they'll gust the Pidgey? Yeah. If we somehow get... And they take the Zard off the board. Yeah, as they should. I think we've lost. The only way we win somehow is if we get... a Noctowl could get us there, right? We have to get an Azumarill plus an energy... And then we can one-hit KO this. But, like, at that point... Oh, this is a funny match. This was brutal. And we were so far ahead, too. Nah, we lost. GG's. That was a good match, though. That was a good match. They were prepared. They had the sauce, right? I can't blame them for that. We did not draw into any of our... Yeah, how did we bricked so bad? I mean, it's a miracle that we got as far as we did, considering how poorly we drew. but not getting the Pidgeot set up, never getting a Noctowl was an absolute horrible stroke of luck, and we carried that so far. Unfortunately, tough L. GG's. There we go. That's a look at Azumarill. And unfortunately, that last match did not go the way we would have hoped. If we just had one, if we had gotten like one Noctowl at any point in the match, we probably should have closed that out. Unfortunately, I was not able to get any of our draw engines set up the entire time. And it's kind of amazing that we carried on as long as we did and almost won the game despite not having our draw engine set up. But this is one of the potential pitfalls of the deck. In other matches, we had issues getting our board state set up where like getting the Hoothoots in play is pretty easy. Getting the Marills can be kind of a problem, or sometimes the Ogerpon doesn't show up. One of the games on stream, I did prize both Ogerpons and you basically just lose the game at that point. Maybe you play the redeemable ticket to try and get those pieces out, but that opens up some other problems as well because then you're prizing cards off the top of your deck. Regardless, I do think this is a deck that has some potential. I'm not sure that it's going to ever truly be a meta threat, but it is a powerful deck that in the right hands can do some serious damage. If you're playing on the ladder or playing in an online tournament, you will get some wins here and there as well and catch your opponents by surprise who aren't ready for the little bunny egg to strike. But for now, I gotta get going. Thank you so much for watching. You can find me on all the things: YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at InThirdPerson. You can find me on Twitch at InThirdPerson, where I stream the Pokemon trading card game every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And check out the website, InThirdPerson.com, for more articles and videos on video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. So until the next one, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.